Having your own car parked in your driveway, your parking spot in the building, it's an aspiration for every one of us. One that is rapidly coming true for many, especially those who live in Indian cities. Of the more than 21 million cars in India today, more than half of them can be found in just 70 cities, and 25% of that 21 million in just the top 4 metros. For most of these cars owners, it's their well-paying city jobs and easily available financing options that makes a car affordable for them. Their busy lives, shortening car replacement cycles, sophisticated technologies in cars mean there is little incentive for them to be very involved in the responsibility of getting their car serviced. So they're delegating critical decisions on car maintenance to their OEM workshops or their trusted independent workshop, supported by the supply chain for spares manufactured by the component and consumables manufacturers. But in the absence of any single trustworthy source of information on which workshop to go to and what maintenance activity to get done, every consumer makes these choices based on his own experiences and beliefs. Let's listen to a few.
Currently, I own a Hyundai Verna. Prior to that, I drove Maruti Wagon-R, LPG model. But I think with the passage of time and with the position that I have right now, I felt to have a better car. I drive the car myself. It is predominantly used to ply between office and home. Never ever have been to any independent workshop. I always believed that the company workshop did a better job.
I've got a Mitsubishi Lancer. I like this car for its speed. See, this car has got a very low ground clearance, and that's the best part, that you feel zooming on the street when you're driving that car, and the speed thrills me. So that's the reason that I love this car.
I currently own a 2003 Honda City 1.3 DX. I didn't have the income back then to buy a new car without taking a loan. But I also wanted a good car, a car that I will enjoy driving around the roads. Used cars are fantastic value for money, and they do the job that normal cars are supposed to do at probably 1/4 of the cost.
A common post-warranty retention rate for most OEMs is in the 30 to 50% range. As cars get out of warranty, many consumers seek out independent workshops. It is believed that as much as 60% of cars and utility vehicles get serviced outside OEM workshops today. Here are some reasons for this from the car owner's perspective and that of workshops.
I usually go to an independent workshop for a simple reason that this workshop guy knows me for long. He gives me that customized service. He understands that what I need in this car. He doesn't charge me for those things which a company workshop would charge me for. I've paid the money to the company to get that car. I don't want to pay that money again and again for other overheads of the company.
I've never gone to a company authorized service center. Two reasons for it. One is they take a lot more time and lot less flexibility around it. Second is they charge a lot more than what these other guys would, and everybody knows that the work is almost the same. People go to a company authorized service center. If they have to repair something, all they think of is replace. There's no concept, there's very little concept of repairing and getting something back in shape.
देखिए कंपनी टाइम भी ज़्यादा लेती है, पैसे भी ज़्यादा लेती है, तो इसके लिए कंपनी में कम जाते हैं। जो बाहर जो काम होता है वो कंपनी में भी उतना ही वही काम होता है। कस्टमर भी है, पहले कमेंट में जाके एस्टिमेट लेता है, फिर बाद में हमारे पास आते हैं तो हमारा सामान चेक करता है, ओके ठीक तुम फिटिंग करके दो। 25,000 बोले 15,000 में हम लोग करके देंगे, 10,000 उनको फ़र्क पड़ता है। हमें रेगुलर गाड़ी कभी बंद पड़ा रात को एनी टाइम हम लोग जाके अटेंड करता है।
There are an estimated 7,000 independent workshops in just the top 4 metros. Many of these workshops do not invest in inventory carrying, as they do not have access to working capital or the expertise to manage a complex mix of parts inventory. This has created a thriving retail market for parts and consumables in urban India. Let us hear from one such retailer on his perspective of the aftermarket.
We have only mechanicals and body parts, and sometimes we handle batteries on special request. Our top selling parts are clutch parts, suspension parts, brake parts, and lubricants are somewhat a very relatively small percentage wise. Mostly we are selling all OEM parts, but other than that we have OE manufacturers which are supplying us with spare parts, and we are dealing in those. Some things like Gabriel, Delphi, TVS Girling, Look. People walk in because of genuine spare parts. Customers, they have a list of spare parts which sometimes they insist on particular brands, but otherwise they leave it to us because they trust us, and they really go according to our recommendations.
The car aftermarket has also spawned its own malady. There is a thriving market for low-quality alternatives, mostly for commonly replaced components in cars.
देखिए मार्केट में तो सब चीज़ मिलती है, ओरिजिनल भी मिलती है, डुप्लीकेट भी मिलती है। वो आपके ऊपर निर्भर करता है कि आप क्या लेना चाहिए। मैं डुप्लीकेट डालूंगा तो कस्टमर को भी समझ में आने वाला नहीं है।
The Automotive Component Manufacturers Association estimates this segment to be about 33% of the total turnover of the industry. To add to this problem, very few companies reach out to the independent workshop to promote their products.
मेरे पास जो कंपनी ऑफर लेकर आती है वो कंपनी है जैसे कैस्ट्रॉल, सेल है, बॉश है, ऐसी 3 कंपनियां हैं जो ऑफर लेकर आती है। ऐसे कंपनी बहुत बोलती है कुछ ये देंगे वो देंगे, लेकिन मिलता तो है नहीं। क्या को झूठ बोलना जो मिलता। ऐसे बहुत से लोग बोलते हैं आपको गाड़ी मिल जाएगी, कभी ये मिल जाएगा, ये ऑफर आ जाएगा, वो ऑफर, ऐसा मिलता तो नहीं है।
On the other hand, the OEMs are also gaining ground in the replacement market with their own genuine parts. These products have a much better quality perception among the retailers and independent workshops.
We have only direct companies supplying to it. People walk in because of genuine spare parts.
Caught between these headwinds, the component manufacturers are experiencing a drag on their growth trajectory. It is high time the industry finds a solution to these problems. The question is, what can be done? And who can be trusted to combat this challenge?